guys, so today I have a little bit more of a fun video for you all, and that is the 10 bookish facts about me. So let's get started. So the first one is that I use regular bookmarks when I am reading a paperback, but when I am reading a hardback, I like to use these little magnet bookmarks. I'm not sure why. I don't know. It's always been a thing for me that I prefer these in paperbacks and these in hardbacks. I'm not really sure why that started. It kind of helps me with my bookmark collection to know that like I'm using all of them, but it's just a weird quirk I have. The next one is that I usually have to have a snack while I'm reading or I will get distracted. I don't know what that is, but if I read and eat at the same time, I am in the zone, I'm locked in, I can focus. If I'm not, I kind of start thinking about other things, and I guess it's because my hands aren't doing something else. I've never really understood that about me, but I kind of have to eat something or drink something to stay focused. The next one is that I like to curl up when I read. I can't be like all stretched out, like I can't be laying down unless I'm on my side, curled up into a ball. And I can't be like stretched out in a recliner. It just doesn't work that way. I end up all curled up and tensed kind of. And I don't know, it's just the preferred way to read for me. I am a big mood reader, which means that I actually can't binge read entire series all at once. If I do that, I get really burnt out like halfway through the second book, and it kills me because I want to do that so badly, but I don't know, just my mind and my body won't let me. So I feel like all of these are gonna be super weird, but when I'm reading a thriller, I imagine myself as the main character. But when I read a fantasy, I make up a character in my head. Don't you think it would be the other way around? Like, I don't want to be the main character in a thriller. I don't know, my brain has always done that. I will create a character for a fantasy. I guess because in fantasies, the people are more like fleshed out, or the creatures or whatever it is that the main character is, they're always fleshed out a little bit more so you can tell like what they look like, their attitude, their habits, the way like their hair, the way it flows in the wind. But with a thriller, you're a little limited, especially if they want you to feel like you're the person that's in it. So yeah, I've always done that. I've never been able to visualize myself in a fantasy novel. My perfect reading attire is actually a tank top and pajama shorts, but then curled up under a giant blanket. Like, I want to be cold so that I can put a giant blanket over the top of me. And I hate it when I get really, really warm, so I want to wear like as little clothing as possible to make it so I can wear the big blanket. I prefer to actually read out in public or with noise instead of reading by myself in the silence. It is so much easier for me to zone in if there's a lot of background noise, especially if I'm like in the middle of a mall or something. I don't know why, but I can just zone in so much faster. I guess because the silence, like any little noise that happens, I kind of get distracted and I'm like, oh, what was that? What was that? Like, what's going on? But with a lot of noise or a lot of background noise, you don't really pick up on individual things as often, so I definitely stay a lot more focused. So here's another thing about my differences between fantasies and thrillers. Fantasies, I like to drink a hot drink like hot coffee or hot tea, whereas when I read thrillers, I like to drink water or soda or like iced tea or iced coffee. And I'm not sure why, but when I read a thriller and drink something warm, it just kind of throws off the vibe for me. And I've always been that way. It's a very bizarre thing, but I feel like all of these facts have been that way. So I like to mark my books, but not in the sense of like annotating or like highlighting or anything. I like to put little Post-it notes in my book every 100 pages so that I know where all the mile markers are. But I even do that when the book is only 200 pages long. I like to see my goals, and I like to see like how far I'm progressing. Like, oh, I pulled another Post-it note out. Oh, I pulled another Post-it note out. And you all will notice that if I ever do another like 24-hour readathon, or if I ever do like a reading sprint during a reading vlog, I will have my books tabbed, and it's really dorky, and my husband hates it because he finds those little tabs all over the house. But I don't know, it's just kind of a motivational thing for me. And I think this is number 10. I'm not quite sure, hopefully it is. Sorry, editing Casey in the future. If this is not, you will come back and you will have to create the last one for me. But the last one for me is that if my husband is home, I will give him a play-by-play of books that I'm reading, especially thrillers. And I think he actually secretly kind of enjoys it. If he's not here, I will quietly sit and like chuckle to myself or gasp or whatever. But when he's in the room, like, it's almost like I have a hype man and I kind of have to like get myself motivated, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing's happening, blah, 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 blah. Like, if you watch the video where I read 10 by Gretchen McNeil, you will see what I'm talking about, because Alan knows literally everything about that book just because I was freaking out the whole time, or I was making fun of the first part. And I think he kind of enjoys it because it kind of makes it like a group experience. I don't know, it's just kind of fun because he gets a kick out of it, and I get to express my feelings. So yeah, I think that was 10, hopefully. Sorry, editing Casey, if you have to come back in and like correct me. But those are 10 bookish facts about me. I would love to know a couple bookish facts about you. You don't have to do 10, you could do like 1. But tell me down in the comments below. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Goodreads, because that is where I post updates about what I am reading and what I'm thinking about them. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye!